Sticker shock of a different sort for a former auto shop owner in Charlotte who admitted to faking state inspections on cars. Good evening. I'm Brian Blakely.
Good evening to you. I'm Alicia Barnes. With Feds say that he let more than 15,000 cars pass inspection that should not have, and he knew about it. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger tonight has been sifting through the filings and getting reaction to the sentence handed down to that auto shop owner. Derek, you're live in Uptown.
And Derek, that prison time also comes with a fine.
Yes, a year and a day in jail and a fine that totals in all around $1.3 million. This comes as a result of an investigation that started just a couple of years ago, but it goes all the way back to 2017.
Back in 2017, what was here at this location on North Tryon Street was Friendly Auto Repair. That business has closed. Another is in its place, with it saying clearly under new management. That's because what was here was, according to federal authorities, a business that tried to skirt the rules and did so a lot.
I've never heard of something that big.
Scott Shing is a law professor at Wake Forest University School of Law, specializing in environmental law. We spoke with him about what was Friendly Auto Repair. Federal court documents say the owner of that shop, Jamal Saymeh, will let cars pass, even if they had issues, and in some cases, even if they had never showed up at all to the shop. This may not sound like a big deal, but
This is the heart of Mecklenburg's clean air problem. The number one source of air pollution in Mecklenburg County are cars and trucks.
And the feds say it happened over 15,000 times. Saymeh admitted to a variety of tactics, putting a different county in the database when doing inspections, classifying heavy-duty trucks as light trucks or gas-powered trucks as diesel. All of those ways would have nixed any emissions inspection. Undercover operations led to further digging, which showed that all of this started back in 2017 and ended in 2022.
The 15,000 vehicles they include here, they would have all failed inspections. And I thought maybe it was just folks just trying to get out from under so they didn't have to go through the inspection process. But this is even worse. If they're it's clearly they were vehicles that either needed to be repaired or shouldn't be on the road.
Now, you may be wondering about the emissions tests themselves. Not every county has them. Mecklenburg County, however, does because of the air quality here. And simply part of that reason is because so many cars are on the roads here. Brian and Alicia.
Derek, there has been a move to get these emissions tests off the books in North Carolina. This ruling wouldn't be impacted by any of that, would it?
No, it would not. You have to keep in mind that legislation that's going through right now. We actually did a story on it a couple of weeks ago, and one of the main things in that legislation would essentially end emissions testing pretty much all throughout the state, with the exception of Mecklenburg County because of the aforementioned issues with all the air quality, the CO2 emissions here. One thing we should mention as well is one of the charges that the defendant here, the man here that's going to be going into jail was facing, is also facing a conspiracy to defraud charge, which likely would have stayed regardless of whatever's happening with the Clean Air Act here in North Carolina.
All right, Derek, thank you for your report tonight.